Hello, my dear friends. This is Rabbi Aharon Dobinsky coming to you today from the holy city of Yerushalayim in the beautiful state of Israel. Shavua Tov, everybody. This week's parsha dealt with something that's very interesting because it deals with something that makes civilization actually civilized. It talks immediately about vows. I promise I'm going to do this. I promise I'm not going to do that. I promise the other thing. The interesting thing about this is the fact that vows play a very important part in our life, in keeping, again, our civilized society civilized. There are so many things that are going on, we cannot control them all. We cannot control everything that comes before us every day. We cannot control all the things we hear from other areas. We cannot control them. However, the thing we need to remember is a vow takes away one of those things that we can't control. Because a vow means you decide you're not going to do something or you are going to do something. And for example, there are vows that we make that are absolutely explicit vows. I vow I'm not going to eat chocolate for the next 30 days. That's an explicit vow. There are implicit vows also. Part of being in society is being inundated literally with implicit vows. I vow not to kill anyone for no reason. I vow not to steal from other people. You can take all of the Ten Commandments, basically, go down all the things that you're not supposed to do. Those are all vows. And we took them upon ourselves when we stood at Mount Sinai to get the Ten Commandments. Well, we are in no position at this point in time to say, we don't think those vows are important anymore. We still keep them. Not only do we keep them, but most of humanity keeps them. And it takes away one important area that we had doubts about the fact that we could do some of these things. We can't, and we know we can't. And we know if we do, we stand outside the realms of civilized society. And in all likelihood, if we go against any of these things, we get punished for them by prison, by fines, etc., etc. Now, there is, interestingly enough, in this parsha, something about how women can get out of their vows by their husband or their father if they still live with their father. Now, is that the case today? Well, there has been nothing to the contrary that says it isn't. However, let's not look at the exceptions, but let's look at the rules. And the rules are when we make a vow, and we go and we have to keep that vow. Now, let me ask you something. Women, if they want to be able to get out of their vows, they can go to their father, and their father could say, yes, we're taking back this vow. Or they could go to their husband, and he could say, yes, we're taking back this vow. Do you think, in the society that we live in, that anyone's father or husband is going to say, sure, go ahead, Rivka, you want to kill somebody, go ahead and kill him? Go ahead, Rivka. If you think stealing is going to be good for you, go ahead and steal. The answer is no. The implicit vows are there, and they are staying there, and they are in place because this is what brings society together and keeps total chaos from running society. Now, we're in a difficult time in our history where we're seeing a lot of people trying very hard to take control of the masses of people. This is a small minority, but they're very vociferous. And they tell us that we should be doing what they want us to do. We should be wearing a mask. We should be taking a vaccine. We should be staying indoors. We should be. You know, we should be teaching critical race theory in schools. We should be teaching small children about how to pick their gender when they can't even figure out how to pick their shirt to wear tomorrow. We know these are difficult times. Now, our vow to bring civilization to an uncivilized world is in place still. It hasn't changed. And that doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. It's still there. The implicit vows that we take to keep this society civilized are there every single day. However, what we do not always do, and something that we may need to reconsider, is we don't always take action on them. We say, yo, that's wrong. It's wrong to teach children about bad things. It's wrong to teach kids about things like this. It's wrong to kill babies in abortions. It's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong. But do we do anything about it? Do we do anything about it? The answer is, if we do not, we are as in big of an infraction as if we didn't keep the vows. We need to stand up and say, no, this is not part of a society that is civilized. This is absolutely, positively wrong. Killing a baby before it is born is wrong. There's no way of looking and say, well, you have your rights, your body, your soul, your rights, blah, 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 blah. What about the rights of the child inside of you? There's a beating heart in there. Most people will tell you that they agree that a beating heart is a sign of life. A stopped heart is a sign of death. Therefore, if the heart is beating, there's a child, and he has no say in what's going on. And to think about the fact that in the years since Roe v. Wade was passed, over 60 million children have been aborted, have been killed, for no other reason than the fact that their mother didn't want to be bothered with it. Now, another thing that needs to be considered on these is, yes, if you're the kind of person you don't want to have children, that's fine. You don't want to have children, that's fine. There are many, many, many different ways of preventing it before it happens. It just takes a little bit of forethought. It takes just being a little bit unselfish to understand that if you get pregnant, you affect another life. This is just one example of what goes on out there. The same people who are pushing this forward are pushing forward the fact that they want you to do things that are not necessarily for your good health, yet they tell you they're for your good health. They're not necessarily for what needs to be done, but they tell you this is what needs to be done. Why do they do it? I'll give you one word: control. If they can control you, they're more than happy to do anything that takes to keep you under their thumbs, to keep you within their control. Because if they lose control, they don't get what they want. And you know what happens when they don't get what they want. Riots break out, problems happen, statues get pulled down off of pedestals all over the United States. Now, you may be for some of these things, you may be against some of these things, but remember, it's not all about you, it's not all about me, it's about society in general. What is good for society for it to grow? One of the things that is good for society to grow is respect. Respect for babies, respect for people's rights, respect for free speech, and all of the different parts of the Bill of Rights, which were put out by when the Constitution came out, to enumerate what rights are people really born with. They are born with certain inalienable rights. One of these is the right to free speech, to gather free, to have guns, to have weapons, however you want to put it. These are things that are inalienable rights, and people are born with them. Abortion, by the way, was not in that list, but that's another matter for another time. And how you feel on that is your business, not mine. But like I say, this is something we have to look at very seriously because it's just one of many things for which people are trying to control us, and we have to do something about it. We can take a vow. We can say, I'm not eating chocolate for 30 days. That's a vow. That's an explicit vow. We can also take a vow that is an implicit vow. I'm not going to kill anybody because it'd be wrong. I'm not going to steal from people because it would be wrong. I'm not going to rape anybody because it would be wrong. The list goes on and on and on. However, if we stand by idly and do nothing while these things happen, we are in effect breaking the vow, the implicit vow that we took to be a member of this society. So something we need to look at every day of our lives is, are we doing our part? Everyone asks me, when is Mashiach coming? And my question is always the same. What are you doing to bring Mashiach? What do you mean, what am I doing? Mashiach is the final redemption. Each one of us has our own personal redemptions. We have to clear up our lives. We come here to change things. We come here because we are looking to take care of things. Everybody comes to this world with a tikkun, or several tikkunim. There may be different things that we need to change. That's why we are here. We are not just an innocent bystander. We are here to change things. The things that we change are up to us. We need to pick our battles. But the fact of the matter is, we have work to do here. The work exists every day, and if we ignore it and just let it go by, we're no better in many cases than the people that perpetrate these wrongs. So let's start taking a look around us and see what things need to be changed, see what things need to be fixed, and let's fix them. Let's do our own personal tikkun, help the people in our home do their personal tikkun, the people in our neighborhood do theirs, After a while, you won't even ask, when is Mashiach coming? Mashiach will be there because we have created the proper environment for him. So, my friends, have a great week ahead. Be well. God bless you all. And take a look around you and see what it is we need to be doing for our things to make them better for the world that we live in for now, for our children, and for our children's children. Be well. God bless. All the best.